What's going on, y'all? It's J Rez Barber, man, coming to y'all with another haircut tutorial. We're gonna jump right into it. It's a long video. Hope you learned something from this video. In the comment section, let me know what you think. First off, we're gonna start out, putting our bald line in without trimmers. We're gonna do that going all the way around the head, just setting in that first initial guideline. Yeah, man, Dre right here, my man, this is one of the most difficult haircuts I have to date. But, we get it done about every 2-3 weeks. My man, a loyal client, been coming to me for about 3 years, man. Consistency and time bring loyal clients. My man Bentley in the back, and you see him, soldier, man, just got surgery, right back in the shop getting busy, man. It's a soldier right there. I should have cut some of this video, but it's alright. Y'all tune in, man. Stay with me. He wanted some cut out the top, sped this clip up. Then we cut it down to a number 8. Dust my man off, them itchy hairs off. Our second initial guideline, man, we gonna go in with our lever halfway open. I'm show you right here, lever halfway open on my gamma clippers, and we're gonna go up about 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch. Depending on the size of the head and the texture of the hair and how high you want to go in the fade. All of this plays a factor. Consistency and time, man, it's going to bring results. The more practice you get, the nicer you're going to get. You can sit and watch these tutorials all day long, but if you ain't getting that hands-on training, you're not going to get nicer. And that's just a fact. Because I used to watch tutorials all day, every day, and wasn't getting nicer. Once I started really practicing, that's when I got nicer. And I went ahead and I closed the lever, man. We're going to blend out that bottom line. I tried to zoom in so y'all can get a better look, but I still got to get these camera angles down pat, man. One step at a time. It's a learning process. Learn with me, y'all. Stick with me on this process, man. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. Now we're going to go ahead and set in our next guideline, which is the 1 guard close. And we're going to go up about 1 inch to a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. You're getting a high drop fade, so I think I went up about 1 inch. You see how I'm flicking up and out. He has that curly hair, so his hair tend to hang over the guideline. So I'm flicking up and out so I can actually see my guideline. We call that a C stroke. Like my man KB told me, he said, yeah, go ahead and let him know what it's called. It's a C stroke. That's one thing about this industry, man. You can never stop learning. You can learn something from every single barber you come in contact with. I've learned stuff from barbers that ain't been in the game but a couple months, man. So it's like you always got to keep learning. Be open to hearing what other barbers have to say. Next, we're going to put our 1/2 guard on, and we're going to blend out the next guideline. And my 1/2 guard wasn't blending out this guideline too well, and I just saved it until the end to put the detail work in. I didn't want to, rush through the steps, so like I said, man, this is one of the most difficult haircuts I have to date. His texture of hair, the way his head shape is, the direction of his hair growth, everything just be all over the place. And as a barber, you gotta know how to adapt and attack these haircuts. The first time I ever cut my man hair, it was probably terrible, but he kept on rocking with me, he kept on coming back to me. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put our 2 guard on open, and we're going to debulk that top of that hair. Don't be scared to cut that hair, man. When I was first starting out, I was always scared to cut the hair. But now, you see what's going on, man. We up into it. Just cut it. Let the clippers do the work for you, man. Don't be scared. Now after this, what we'll be doing is fading down. In the beginning steps of the haircut, we were fading up. Now we put our 2-guard on and we're going to fade down from the bulk of the hair. And I closed the lever so I could, even up the bulk of the hair some because it wasn't all blending in together. So you gotta play with your lever sometimes. Don't be scared to play with your lever, and don't be scared to cut the hair. Let the clippers cut the hair. It's crucial. That is one of the most crucial points that I had to learn when it came to blending. Don't be scared to cut the hair. I'm gonna go ahead and put my 1.5 guard on, and it's gonna be closed, and we're gonna blend right underneath where we left off at with that 2 guard. Now we digging in at the bottom of the line, but once we get closer to the bulk of the hair, we're flicking up and out with that C stroke, because you don't want to cause like another harsh guideline in the bulk of the hair to where as though now you gotta push his fade up extra high. Now he already getting a high drop fade, so if I was to make a mistake and make a new guideline in the bulk of the hair, he would just have a high top fade and it'll look crazy. So take your time. Don't be scared to cut the hair. Excuse me, and learn how the hair works. Every texture of hair works differently. It grows differently. It lays down differently. The whole nine. Now we go ahead and put our 1 guard on open, and what we're going to do is we're going to blend right underneath where we left off with the 1.5 guard close. Same motion, flicking up and out, digging in at the bottom of the line, at the top of the line, you flicking out. And C strokes. Y'all, it don't even look like this is going to be a good blend. It looks terrible right now, but watch this. I'll show you something. Now that lever's still open, blending underneath that 1.5. I'm gonna close it. So we close that lever, and we're gonna blend out that line as much as we can. The 1 guard might not blend it all the way, so we might have to put the 1/2 guard on, but we'll see as the time comes. Man, it's just amazing watching what the clippers can do, man. The blending process and the fade just actually coming to life. That's what I love about this, man. It's like we creating something on somebody's head that they can leave out and feel good about. That's the best part about this, man. Somebody getting out the chair and happy and excited with the quality of work that you produce for them. And Dre asked, he always want to keep his head down, so I gotta push his head up every 5 seconds. But it's cool. That's my guy, man. We get clients like that. You gotta keep pushing their head up. Don't want to keep their head up. But it's alright, man. So we got our 1/2 guard on, and we open it up, and we going right underneath where we left off with that 1 guard close. It's really detail work right now. I know this process seems like it's taking forever, but sometimes it takes longer than usual, man. You just gotta go with the flow. Pay attention to the details, man. Pay attention to the details. Details is what's gonna bring you long-term clients. Like my man Dre right here. He's been rocking with me, like I said, for about 3 years now, maybe longer. Now I close that lever and we're gonna work our way down again, right underneath where we left off with the lever open. Digging in at the bottom of the line, at the top of the line, flicking out. C strokes. Now it's almost there. The blend is almost together, man. You see how I'm going towards, like I'm blending towards his ear, because his hair, it grows towards his chin. And when it comes to blending, you want to be going against the grain. And if I was just to flick straight up, it wouldn't really do much. I want to go all the way against the grain so the hair, it actually cuts. Always pay attention to how the hair grows. Now I got no guard on with my lever all the way open. And now we want to play with the lever and just do detail work, clearing up all them dark spots. You see how the blend coming together, man. Just clean up them dark spots. Lever play, I think I closed the lever halfway right here. I always constantly comb the hair back down so the hair grows in its natural direction when you're trying to blend it. Now I close that lever all the way, doing some extra detail work. Don't be scared to play with that lever, man. Do not be scared to cut the hair. If it's not blending with the lever open or halfway open, close it and use your C-stroke motions. You see how I'm just playing with the lever, opening it, closing it halfway, opening it halfway, closing it, opening all the way. Just playing with that lever, man. Don't be scared to play with it. Have fun with it. I mean, just enjoy cutting hair. Like, I fell in love with the whole entire process of this. You should too, because it'll change your life, man. I'm telling you. Man, blending in, man. But I got one little spot that I can clean up. So I put my half guard on right there for that dark spot, and I have it open. Just trying to clean up that spot. Detail work, man. Like I said, that's how you keep clients coming, is detail work. It's my half guard right there. Let's get it, man. Clean my man up. I know his neck was itching. All that hair on there. I hate neck hair sitting all over my neck when I'm getting my hair cut. Be itchy as hell. Now, I sped this side up because you know what you do for one side, you do to the other. We're going in with our lever open. We're going up about a half an inch to a quarter of an inch. Don't be scared to tilt the head. You know, some people might get mad at you because, you know, why you pushing my head? Like, man, move your head to the side so I can see properly so you can get a good haircut. Don't be scared to push your client head up. At the end of the day, they getting serviced by you. And in order for you to create the best quality work, you got to be ready. Now, I got my one guard on, going up about an inch to a quarter of an inch to a half an inch. You know, he's got a bigger head, so, and he's getting a high drop fade, so we're going up about an inch to a half an inch. One guard closed. If you're paying attention, you know that. Now we got our half guard on, closed, blending out that next line. And if you really pay attention to these steps, man, you'll memorize these steps and you'll be able to catch them before I even tell you what the next guard I'm about to use is. That's what I used to try to do when I was learning. I try to memorize the steps that the barbers was using. So I was like, okay, now I know what's going to happen. I know what's coming. So when it came time for me to go ahead and perform these steps on the head, all it took was for me to just stop being scared. Now I took my guard off and I got my lever all the way open, and we just cleaning that up, the bottom of that line, cleaning that up, blending that out real good. Now we put our two guard on, open it up again, you know, blend the bulk of that hair out. Don't be scared of it. Dig up into it, man. Up and out, C-stroke motion. And like I said, I was trying to get these angles right, try to zoom it up on the head to give you a better look of the haircut, but it didn't work out that well, so I think I had to zoom out again, you know. But I'm gonna get there. It's a process, man. Like I said, y'all stick with me, tune in, man. I'm gonna be dropping some gems for y'all. I like this beat too, man. I just been finding beats off of Clip Champ just to go ahead and throw it on there. Now I got my 1.5 guard on close, and we're blending right up underneath where we left off with that 2 guard. And I opened it up to try to get up there in that bulk area again because I seen I was creating another line. So I wanted to open up the lever just so I can go up a little higher to blend it out better. Like I said, man, do not be scared to cut the hair. My 1 guard on open. See strokes up and out, man. 1 guard on open. One guard closed now, and we blending right underneath where we left off with the 1 guard open. And you can see the blend coming together very well. We're gonna have minimal amount of detail work to do. You know, sometimes you might have a tougher time blending on one side of the head, and the other side of the head it might just blend perfectly. So it's all a process. And as you can see, I'm making the back match with the other side, so the blend it goes all the way around the head and it matches all the way around the head. Because sometimes you'll see a blend whereas the one side of the head is up higher than the other side of the head, and then in the back you can really see it. Like, okay, I can see this side is higher than this side. I got my half guard on, and I believe it's open, and we're blending right up underneath where we left off at. And then I closed it, you know, blending out that back line, trying to make sure it's even all the way around the head. The blend coming together very well, man, very well. I hope y'all learned something from this video, man. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think, what I could have did better, you know, what I could have done on this haircut. Just let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all want to see. Level play, man. Don't be scared to play at that level. Blend came together very well. Now this side, I had a couple spots that I could do some detail work on. Just some quick little spots. Lever open, finishing off that blend and detail work. Mediocre Bob would have left that how it was and let him go out the chair. But now we gotta do some detail work. Play with that lever, you know, match the back side to both sides. Work your way around the head, man. The clippers was ready to die. I messed up everything with this whole day. My battery for the camera wasn't charged up all the way. My clippers, I forgot to plug them in the day before I left, so they was about dead. It was bad, man. But I got it done for y'all, man. I got it done. So we're gonna go ahead and start this shape up process. We took our 1.5 guard and we're laying the front of that line down. Like I said, this is one of the hardest haircuts I've had to date, especially his hairline, because you see he got real curly hair. Them curls, they just pop back up every time you cut them. They pop back up into the hair. So this is the lineup prep. We lay it down with the 1.5 close because we don't want to cut too much off. And now I'm going in with some alcohol just to clean the skin, dry the skin out, so it helped the clippers cut better. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray some Tresemme hose spray on there. Well, I dried it off first because the alcohol was pretty wet. Spray the Tresemme hose spray on there and wipe it off a little bit, and then dry it off, let it dry. That's the shape up prep right there, man. That's the shape up prep. Now you let it dry and you get right into it. You start cutting. Start from the middle and work your way to the weak side. As y'all can see over there on his right side, your left side is his weak side. So I'm starting from the middle and working my way over to that his right side, our left side. And you see how I swipe to the right with curly hair. Sometimes you have to use the clippers to swipe so the moving blade can actually catch those hairs. Sometimes when you just tap at it, it won't grab the hair, so it'll push it back up. But when you're doing that to the side motion, that swiping motion on the shape up, it'll grab the hairs and pull them and cut them. Whereas though if you're just going straight on the hair and tapping it, it's just knocking the hair out the way and it's not really cutting it. Don't be scared to push his head up. Take a step back. View what you're doing. Always, you can see me multiple points of my shape up. Is I'll take a step back and I'll look. Okay, is this side okay? Boom. I can come up a little bit more right here. That need to be cut. Your mirror is your best friend when it comes to shaping somebody up, because the mirror gonna tell you if it's crooked or not. Because the naked eye, it ain't gonna really tell you. Your mirror, your best friend, man. Take your time on people's shape ups, man. It's critical because that's what they see when they get out the chair. When they look in the mirror, that's the first thing they see. And 95% of the time, that's the only thing a client gonna look at. It's very rare that you gonna get a client that sits in the chair and examines his entire haircut. Most people just look at that shape up and say, oh yeah, I'm sharp, and get up and go. Then you got some people that sit in the mirror and be like, ooh, okay, you could blend this a little more, you can blend that a little more. Most people, they just look at that shape up. As long as that shape up is crispy, man, you good. The blending process gonna come over time. Focus on them shape ups, man. It's key. That's always been my strong suit. No matter what type of hair texture you got, no matter if you receding or what, shape ups always been my strong suit, man. Like I said, his haircut take me a little longer because he got the curls, and I can't really explain it, man. His hair is hard to cut. When you gonna get them clients, it's like you dread cutting them. Like when I see Dre Book, I be like, oh man, I got a hard cut coming. But it's okay because I had fun doing it, you know. And you can see how I was coming up, knocking that hair that's hanging over the hairline out the way to make that line sharp as possible. You never want any hair to be hanging over the hairline. You want to be able to see the hairline. You want it to be visible. So go up and knock that hair out of the way, man. And shape up coming together very well. We're going to go ahead and enhance it. You know, lightly spraying. You don't want to put too much on there and make it look fake, man. Lightly spraying it up in them corners. Focus on getting your shape up sharp before even touching any enhancements. I was producing sharp shape ups before I even started to try to use enhancements. And we're going to go ahead and use our Tresemme hose spray to lock them fibers in. Let's get busy, man. He ready to leave out the chair shining, man. Dry them fibers off. And if you have a good hairline, you should be able to brush the hairline down without it moving. So the entire time you're shaping someone up, you want to be brushing the hair down. So when they go in the house and they do something to the hair or they brush their hair down, it's not looking like, okay, now they don't have a shape up. Constantly brush at the hairline while you're shaping them up, man. Cause you're especially hairlines like his, you're gonna get them curls that just hang over the line, and you don't want that. You want it to be there, the shape up just be in place. You don't want it to move at all. Most of my mustache I do, and like a mountain, like a triangle basically, depending on the client how they want it. But most clients don't really care about how their mustache is, and I feel like I'll make it fit your face. Razor work, man. That's what I do in every haircut, man. I put myself in y'all's shoes. I'm like, okay, what would I want to look like if I was him? And that's how I produce the work that I produce. Razor work, man. Stretch that skin as far as possible. You don't gotta dig into it. Just hit it on that natural line. Like I said, I don't put no trimmers on nobody's face. All razor work. Get them hairs that's up underneath of that eye. Always get all that hair up out of the face. You'll get some clients with hair like in between their nose cracks. You want to get that too. And you can see how I'm swiping out with that razor. I'm trying to get those overhang curls that hang over that line. Now you see it's gone. The line sharp. Then the camera was dropping. I messed that all up. Like I said, man, it's all a process. I'm still learning, man. I'm gonna have everything down pat for y'all real soon. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Razor action, man. Stretch that skin. Hey man, let me know what y'all think I can do to make these tutorials more fun, more appealing, to keep you sitting here watching. What do you want to learn? Like, let me know what y'all want me to teach y'all. Don't be scared to ask questions, DM me, my Instagram, JReds the Barber. DM me, send me a message. I respond to all messages. If you got any questions, I'm going to respond to you and let you know in a timely fashion. When I have some free time to, respond and give you some advice, I'm here for it, man. Most barbers, they gonna ignore you. They don't even want to give you no gems, man. Reach out to me, and anything you got to ask, I'm more than willing to let you know, man. That's with anybody. Always get them hairs up underneath that eye. It's all in the details. If you go in the house and look in the mirror and see he got hairs up on his eye, but he got a sharp beard, it's gonna throw his whole haircut off. He's like, man, I wish he would have got these hairs that's up under my eye. Razor work, man. We all done. Coming in with that True Colors hair food, man. The real United forever. Get yours. The best smelling hair and beard oil in the game, I'm telling you. Go crazy. That's the Burberry fragrance right there. New fragrances dropping real soon, man. Real soon. Just be on the lookout. You can see them hairs hanging over the back, so I went ahead and cleaned that up a little bit. Curl sponge, get them curls popping real good. Man, he shining. I ain't even gotta get him a mirror. He already know what time it is every time. I just did that for the video. He normally don't even get the mirror. That's that Versace dreamer. He ready be out there smelling good, looking. God, look at the haircut, yo. He's shining. He's shining, man. Sharp. Blurry on the sides. Let me know what y'all think, man. What I could have done better, what I could have done differently, what you want to see in the next video. Lock in with me, man. It's going to be a long, fun journey. I know this was a long video, but I tried to make it as short as possible for y'all. I hope. And that's the final product, man. I really, really hope y'all learned something, man. I hope y'all stayed and watched the whole video. And if you did, I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one, man. It's JReds the Barber, and I'm out.